Hey boys, how are you? I just I wanted to start these videos. Like, I'm gonna maybe do one every day or every other day, just to talk to you guys so that you can see these videos whenever, years from now, months from now, whatever, so you can remember some of the stuff that I tried to teach you, to talk to you about, because I wish I had videos of my dad when he was alive, so that I could go back and, whenever I feel bad or whatever, I could watch the videos and feel a little bit better and remember some of the wisdom. I'm just talking. I don't have a script. I'm just, whatever comes to my mind, I'm just gonna say it, and I just want you to remember all the good times that we had, remember all the things that I tried to teach you, because life can be hard. Life can be difficult and confusing, but I want you to remember that you have the strength inside of you to make your life work. I want you to remember that no matter what kind of crap you find yourself in, whatever situation, there's a way out, and you have the power to make those choices, to get up, to fight, to improve whatever situation you have. I'm gonna just say it. If there's one thing that I want you guys to learn, is that you have the power to make your choices, okay? You need to make choices that work for you and screw everybody else. You don't have to make choices that make you unhappy just to make somebody else happy. I want you to make a choice, an independent choice for yourself. Don't worry about what other people think. Screw other people, the hell with them. Because at the end of the day, you have to solve your own problems. You have to solve your own problems on your own. No one is going to come with a magic wand and solve them for you. You're going to have to get your ass up and fight hard and make things work for you. Live for yourself. Don't live to make other people happy. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be unhappy. There's an old saying that I can't remember it that well right now, but okay. If you don't rule your own life, somebody will rule it for you. If you're not the boss of your life, somebody else will be the boss of your life. I just remember that. That's you gotta you can do it. You can do this. You can survive in life. You can make good things happen for yourself. Do the things that make you happy. For me, when I was on my whole life, I like to do art, like I started drawing when I was a little kid, very, very young, like, when I was like 7 or 8, I started drawing. And that always helped me, drawing, making artwork, painting. Then I started using the computer, and then I just started using the software on the computer to make artwork, and that made me happy. Drawing, painting on the computer. Then I moved on to sculpting. I'm doing that a lot now on the computer, as you guys know. Weightlifting. I've been lifting weights on and off like since I was like 15 years old. I find that exercise calms me down. It helps a lot. Exercise is super important. It releases endorphins and it calms you down. It de-stresses you. Also jogging, like jogging outside, getting some fresh air, going to jog. just be careful with traffic, you know, stay on the sidewalks, be safe. Doing jiu-jitsu, like, as you know, we did jiu-jitsu for a while. Something that I gotta pick up again, but you know, that was fun too. That was good, a good thing to do. You know, basically what my point is for you to do the things that you like. Have some hobbies that you enjoy. Something that gets you up and moving around, you know. And for now, you know, just do that. In case you're wondering where I'm going, I'm actually driving to work. You know. So, you guys are great. I love you. I'm proud of you. You know, being a parent is tough, but you guys have been so good, and you've made it pretty easy to be. Well, not really easy, because parenting is never easy, but you've made it worth it. You've made it a good experience. I have grown as a person so much from being your father, and I've learned so much from being your father. A lot of things I've had to learn the hard way. Other things came easy to me, like, you know, loving you guys. That came easy to me. I'm very happy. You know, what can I say? Right now, I'm kind of at a loss for words right now, but you know, I just want you to learn these important lessons. Like, you know, don't depend on anybody else. Don't depend on someone else to make you happy. Happiness comes from within. You have to choose to be happy, because there's millionaires that are not happy. There's millionaires that are like fucking, you know, they feel empty. I mean, money makes things great. Don't get me wrong. Money makes life easier. I don't care. I mean, if somebody tells you, "Oh, money's not everything," that's bullshit. They're wrong. Money makes things. Money is probably not everything, but it makes things very easy. Money solves problems, and it lets you do things that lead to happiness, like going on vacations or whatever, having a nice car, having a nice home. Which brings me to the issue of being a homeowner. It's super important. I can't stress it enough that it's important to have your own things. It's important to have your own things. It's important to I mean, renting is whatever, you know. It doesn't lead to wealth building. It doesn't lead to wealth. You know? You know, own your own home. Like, I owned an apartment. I owned a condominium before I married your mom. Like, I bought it a couple of months before we got married. It was a great little apartment in Fontainebleau. It was in Fontainebleau. Blue Fontaine was the name of the development, and it was a great little place, man. Like, we should have stayed there. I feel like that was one of the worst mistakes I've ever made, like selling that little condo to move to Florida City, of all places, just because we wanted a bigger home, a bigger house. It was more me. I could have stopped it at any time. I could have just said, no, we're staying. But, you know, your mom found out about one of your mom's co-workers bought a house in Florida City, in like a new development up down there. And she told me about it, and when I found out about how cheap it was, I got the stupid bug up my ass to sell the condo and to move down there, and that was like the stupidest thing I ever did. I should have stayed in Fontainebleau. things would have been. I think things would have been easier. Things would have been way better. I decided to complicate our lives for nothing. For nothing. But whatever, man. What's done is done. It happened. This was like 13 years ago. So, 13 or 14 years ago. David wasn't even born yet, and Isaac was 1 year old. And, what am I going to do, whatever, you're going to have regrets. Like, that's inevitable. If anybody says that they don't have any regrets, they're lying. They're fucking lying. Everybody has regrets. Everyone always looks back and said, I should have done this different. I should have done that different. It's going to happen. The best thing for you to do is to not dwell on it. And like I said earlier, just do your best. You can get out of any bad situation. You can get out of any bad situation that you're in. But, try not to get in a bad situation. Just be smart. Study hard. Be independent. That's like the biggest focus of this video. Be independent. Don't depend on other people. Study your ass off. Be good at what you do. Pick a career that is practical. Pick a career that you can do anywhere. Pick a career that is in demand and relevant. Pick a career that is recession proof. You guys have tools that I never had, that my generation never had growing up. You have the internet. The internet is like the most amazing thing ever created. Whenever I'm confused about something, I Google it, or I go online and I find an answer. Whatever it is, it could be anything. Like, you could, how do you bake a cake? You go on YouTube and you find a video and you learn it. It's just there. And how to fix a car. I learned how to fix a car by going online on a video. Same thing, like that, like you just learn stuff. If you don't know something, it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to learn. It's okay to find out things, to go online, to learn. There's no such thing as a stupid question. If you ask someone a question and they get like all like shitty with you, then that's their problem, not yours. Because there's no question that's stupid. There's no such thing as a stupid question. That's their ego, that's their shit, that's their problem. You ask the question. Don't be afraid of standing up and talking. Don't be afraid of any of that stuff. Just do it. Just go in there and do and just say it, And like I said, find a career that's recession proof. Like, I chose to be a graphic designer. At the time, it was a great job. Like, learning doing web design and doing graphics on the computer was amazing. It was in demand because the technology was brand new. The internet had just come out. So everybody wanted a web page. Everybody wanted some graphic design, a flyer or a business card or something like that, So like the first few years, like the first 10 years were great. But eventually everyone else started learning web design and all that crap, and now it's really hard to get a good job doing it unless you're a genius at it, unless you're like super amazing at it, and somebody like me that's been doing it for like almost 20 years has to compete with a kid that knows just as much as I do, but they're just coming out of school, and that kid they're willing to work for like way less than I am willing to work for, because I have to support a family. I got bills. The older you get, you're going to realize that the older you get, the more money you're going to need to be making. And the American economy has changed a lot. The American economy has actually like taken a dive, like in the past 20 years, 30 years. The late 90s were an amazing time. Everybody was making so much money in the late 90s because of the internet boom. But now it's tough. I mean, if I were to go online today, like I could find a lot of graphic design jobs, but A lot of these jobs are temporary. They're like for like 2 months, 3 months. They're on like on a as needed basis. A lot of them aren't like a permanent job. The permanent spots are like the hardest ones to get. Right now, I'm fortunate enough to work for a creative circle, and they have me at Herrero Group. I'm there working with them, and I've been there. It looks like I'm gonna be there for a long time. Hopefully, cross my fingers. But whatever, man. That's my stuff. That's my crap. Don't worry about it. What my point is that pick a good job that is in demand. Something that you can something that you could do anywhere, that you don't have to like move to like a certain city to do. Something that you can do anywhere. That's all. I mean, this is not going to be the first video. I'm going to make a lot of videos, and I'm going to usually do them here from inside the car, because this car, like the drive to and from work, is like my private time. Like, nobody messes with me right now. And I have like a good 30 to 40 minutes to be able to talk to you guys and do this. So that's it. I love you guys very much. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay? I love you. Bye.